do I talk down on? Who am I talking down on? Why are you having a complex? I think I'm better than who? I think I'm better than who? I think I'm better than who? What's your complex? I think I'm better than who?
Try me. I will slap your fucking face.
You think I have a complex? What are you saying? What are you saying?
What are you doing,
Toyin?
This shouldn't go this far.
What are you saying?
Come on, Toyin.
What are you saying? It's failing her. The truth is better.
What is all this now?
Hello my beautiful people, welcome to the Unbiased Opinion channel. So in this video we'll be discussing about the Real Housewives of Lagos reunion show and the clash that happened between Carolyn and Iyabo Ojo on Twitter. But before we dive into the video, do not forget to like, comment and subscribe to the channel. I'm sure that by now we've all seen the part 1 and the part 2 of the reunion show, but after the part 1 I decided not to give any commentary on it because I wanted the part 2 to come out so I can just give a general commentary on it. So Uti Wachuku was the host. The ladies were looking gorgeous as always. The person dressing I really like was Carolyn, then followed by Iyabo Ojo, and then Laura Ikeji. Chioma's dressing too was also fine, but it was just too much for me. Toyin Lawani and Miriam also looked gorgeous. Starting off with Miriam, I felt like Miriam was doing too much because she returned the gift that Carolyn gave to her. Because Chioma told her that Carolyn had said that she was using jazz as in juju. Chioma also told her that Carolyn didn't want them to come to Miriam's house at first when Miriam invited them over. Because Carolyn didn't trust Miriam, so Carolyn asked her that they should not eat anything in Miriam's house to be on the safe side. With Miriam is that she should have confronted Carolyn before now so that she can hear Carolyn's own side of the story, so that she can confirm that Carolyn really said those things before she cannot decide to return the gift. But I felt like she went about it in this manner so as to get a moment in the reunion show, but unfortunately she didn't get that moment. So moving on to Iyabo Ojo, I loved her conduct. She was less problematic in the reunion show. And thank God for Iyabo Ojo because she was the one that blocked Chioma from getting a dirty slap from Tiana, because Chioma would have gotten a hot slap before the bouncer even had the opportunity to come inside the room. Moving on to Laura, I really like her courage because she was not there to cause trouble. I kind of have a soft spot for Laura because I understand that she's a very emotional person, but she's very loyal and a trustworthy person. She didn't let nothing escalate. She knew when to let things go. Like Toyin Lawani that doesn't know when to shut up. Laura spoke when it was her turn to speak, and she also allowed the other person to speak. I think Laura lacked in the show was emotional intelligence because the women kept making her the face of drama. They keep throwing stones and hiding their hands. I'm happy that Laura finally understood the game that they are playing, and she has learned to lay back and let them reveal themselves by themselves. Lawani really betrayed Laura Ikeji with all the nasty things she was saying about her in her confessionals. If I were Toyin Lawani, I would have accepted my wrong and apologized to Laura at the reunion because Laura genuinely cared about her, and then Laura have been loyal to her throughout the show. Toyin Lawani really disgraced herself in this reunion show. Starting off with the way she treated Laura. When Uti asked her the problem between she and Carolyn, Carolyn listened to her talk, but when it was time for Carolyn to talk, she started talking on Carolyn. Let Carolyn say a word, she didn't let Carolyn say her own side of the story. Like, it was just so horrible to watch. Carolyn was just there, ready, as in really ready to give it to her whichever way she wanted it. Especially the part where Carolyn was asking Toyin if she was deaf, and then Toyin now told Carolyn that it's Carolyn's father that is deaf. Carolyn now told her that it is her father and her mother that is deaf. Toyin now went further to inform Carolyn that her father and her mother is late, so that Carolyn will have pity on her, or maybe the viewers will have pity on her. But Carolyn still held her ground and told her that both her mother and her father, they are deaf in the grave. Then Toyin now said, "Thank you." Carolyn really answered, "You are welcome." I was really surprised to see Toyin Lawani jump out from her chair to go and slap Chioma. Like, man, why didn't you stand up to slap Carolyn that who insulted your late parents? She feels Chioma is an easy target. This situation exposed Toyin as an insecure bully. Moving on to Chioma, I really like the way Chioma carried herself also, even as Tiana was trying to make her act ghetto, but she just kept her calm and she still sat in her seat while Tiana was busy acting crazy. I really like Chioma, but if I'm to be unbiased about this problem she's having with Carolyn, she is in the wrong. Because Chioma said it in the show with her own mouth that if the two of you were friends and then you guys now had a misunderstanding, that she would never expose any of the things that you have told her why you guys were still friends. But when she and Carolyn became enemies, she told Miriam everything that Carolyn has said about her, and not just Miriam, the whole ladies. She told them what Carolyn has said about them, and she's just contradicting herself at this point. Secondly, I don't see why Chioma is continuously telling Carolyn to apologize to Iyabo Ojo when she have apologized 3 times and even bought her a gift. I understand that Chioma wants herself, Iyabo Ojo, and Carolyn to be a clique. You should have understood that Carolyn is her own person and that she's an adult, and then when you keep pushing someone to do something that is not from their mind, it will always backfire. I also want to say this, I don't think Chioma was doing all this to get at the good side of Iyabo Ojo, because I also saw this character in Chioma when Laura apologized, and then she really wanted to know if Laura meant the apology. Now at this point, I just think it's a thing for Chioma. She just like to know that people are genuine around her. Finally, moving on to Carolyn, the queen of basketballs. Seriously, when the show started, I didn't want to like Carolyn because I always have this thinking that pretty girls, they always have this thinking attitude with no brains. But Carolyn proved me wrong. She's beautiful, she's intelligent, she knows how to carry herself as a woman, she knows how to defend herself, and then she won't come for you if you don't come for her. And I really think some of the ladies feel insecure around her because she's beautiful. On top of that, she's intelligent. On top of that, she knows how to dress. On top of that, she knows how to give basketballs. I like the way she carried herself at the reunion show. She talked when it's her turn to talk. She made it clear to Chioma that their relationship is dead. So that is my review for the reunion show. And then let me know in the comment section which of these housewives you'll be excited to see in the season 2. And I know I'm supposed to talk about the clash that happened between Iyabo Ojo and Carolyn on Twitter, but I'm trying to make this video short. So I'll be doing another video about the whole situation between Iyabo Ojo and Carolyn. So like this video, tell me how you feel about these topics down in the comment section, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel for more amazing content.